Hi guys, welcome back to Freakshow's Forgotten Films. My name's Tara, and we're going to explore all the movies in my collection that I've never watched, or I forget watching. Okay? So here's my little box of things, so let's rattle the bones. I really like shaking these up because I keep getting multi-pack ones. Now, to be fair, most of the movies in my collection that I haven't watched are multi-pack ones because I buy the multi-pack because it's horror multi-pack. I just buy them, I see them, I want them, I buy them. I never watch them. But the same thing happened when I was working at the dollar store. We'd get Blu-rays and DVDs in, and yeah. I'd buy them just because they had a horror title, so I picked this one. Just to show that it is completely random. My little coffin. Today, oh, we get to watch a good one. I've been wanting to watch this one forever. And I keep forgetting I own it. It is a multi-pack one. But I'm glad I wore my green wig because we are going into alligators. Or is it crocodiles? Anyway. Crawl. Awesome. Alright. I'm very excited. Let's dig this one out. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. And it is a multi-pack, like I say. This is probably one of the... Oh, there we are. This is probably one of the better multi-packs that I've ever bought, okay? This is a 4-pack, and it has A Quiet Place, Crawl, Overlord, and Pet Sematary Remake. Now, I bought this because I've seen Pet Sematary Remake, and I've seen Overlord, and I absolutely love both of those movies. For different reasons. Particularly Overlord. That is one of my favorite movies. I'm sorry if anybody don't like Overlord, but that is pure, ridiculous. It's great. So I've heard so many good things about Crawl. So let's have a look, see what it says here. Are we going to explain the premise? No, we don't. They just assume you know what Crawl is. So yeah, we're gonna watch this monster movie. There's a lot, like all the special features and everything around here. So this is great. I am so excited. I will see you after the movie. Okay, and we're back, and I absolutely love that. I'm not surprised that I love that. I love when animal attack movies. I'm a huge Lake Placid fan. I love Lake Placid. Do anybody else think Betty White is absolutely perfect in that movie? Betty White's absolutely perfect anyway, I think. But Lake Placid, love it. So let's get all the statistics and stuff out of the way first, all the boring stuff. So Crawl came out in 2019, and it stars, I'm looking at her name here, Kaya Scalero? I don't know, and Barry Pepper. And it's directed by Alexandra Aja, and I never realized that until now. Hi, Doggo. I never realized that until now. I have said in, I'm not sure which of my movies. Oh, my first top fives, my first fave fives, my LGBTQ plus horror movies, that I absolutely love Alexandra Aja. I just do. It's great. IMDb gave this a 6.1, and I looked at the reviews on IMDb just to see why it was a little bit low, because that's low to me. The reviews didn't pass the butt check, okay? Like, oh, this is so unrealistic, and this would never happen, and... Excuse me. No. Anyway, Rotten Tomatoes was a little bit more positive, and the tomato meter gave it an 84%, and the audience score is 75%. I gave this an 8 out of 10. I love this. I absolutely love this. So, it's basically, what it felt like to me, was a slasher with gators. Like, they're being stalked in this basement for 90% of the movie by gators, these 2 gators, and it's great. And I was wondering for a while, like, okay, so, like, if it's just these 2 in this basement with these gators, like, I like me some gore. We get it. We get the gore. We get the cringy gore of when the gators, because they don't come out of this unscathed. Neither one of them. They shouldn't have survived this. Do I care that they shouldn't have survived this and they did? No. But they shouldn't have. But the bites and the slashes, and it is well done. Like, you kind of look at it and like, that looks... ow. But that's not it. No. We get our fodder, too. We get our cannon fodder. So there's also a team of 3 people that are trying to rob a gas station across the street, because of course they are. There's a natural disaster happening. What are we going to do? We're going to loot. We're humans. That's what we do. We pillage and plunder because we are evil things. They get torn apart quite fantastically. I really enjoyed that sequence. And then 2 police officers show up and they get ripped apart, and you get to see the body later too. It's very cringy. So, yeah, if you like your gore, there's some gore. There's some really nice gore. The gators look awesome. The CGI is great, in my opinion. Now, I am not an effects artist or anything. I am not a technical person. But in my opinion, the CGI gators look great. I don't know how much was CGI. I don't know how much was practical. And that's why it's great. Because I could tell sometimes, okay. Sometimes. But for most of it, I couldn't tell what was practical or CGI or if there was either. So that's a good thing. Okay? Pea-brained lizard shits is now my favorite insult. That has taken over the slot for pencil neck geeks. Yes. Pea-brained lizard shits. Who comes up with that line? I love it. I'm just gonna call everybody that now. You're a pea-brained lizard shit. It's wonderful. Do I think that the girl in the movie could have outswam the gators once, let alone that many times? No. Do I think that they would have survived all these wounds that they get? No. Do I give a living shit? No. You're not going to sit down and watch one of these movies and think it's going to be something like smart and insightful and have a good time. Okay? You have to sit down knowing this is a natural disaster movie mixed with and when animal attacks movies, and that's all it is, and it's great. This is absolutely fantastic. There's not a whole lot to say about it, only if you haven't seen this, like me, go see it. Like, find a way to see this movie. It's so great. If you love gator movies, if you love natural disaster movies, this is great. And on top of it all, the dog lives. They save the dog. The dog is so precious. It's this little mutt that they have there named Sugar. And I fell in love with that dog the moment I saw that dog, and I'm like, no, that's gator food right there. That is 100% gator. I know what kind of movie I'm watching. I know. We ain't gonna save the dog. No, I've seen the remake of freaking Amityville Horror. I've seen The Conjuring. Do not get attached to the fucking dog. Nope, dog makes it. Dog makes it at the end. It's fantastic. I was so nervous. Every time that dog was on screen, I'm like, this is the end for Sugar right now. Okay, this is the end for Sugar. But no, Sugar survives. Sugar. God love you, Sugar. Okay. So I don't have much more to say. I really don't. It was so good. It is. So, I'm gonna go now, because I got a lot to do, and I'm probably gonna turn this movie on again while I edit this video, because I want to watch it again, and I'm gonna show it to the mister too, because I think he'd enjoy it. This was bloody, this was cringy. I thought the storyline worked, to a degree. You know, there's some logic issues I don't care about. I thought the characters were great. I really enjoyed their chemistry. I really liked the characters. I thought for sure at least one of them was gonna die. Spoilers, nobody dies. It's great. Well, People die, but nobody you give a shit about dies. It's great. It's great. Go check it out. Go check it out. You will not regret sitting down, unless you're gonna sit down and try and think this is something by Ari Aster when it's not. This is Alexandra Aja. You're here for the gore, okay? Okay.